request Dr. C.N. Manjana, Director, Shri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology, Bangalore, to inaugurate the center. Thank you. Dignitaries to join us. Thank you, sir, to take the dignitaries at the center. The guests are arriving shortly to the formal proceedings. All the participants requested to be in the mute mode, keep their mute mode, phones to be in the mute mode. And Anita Raj ma'am, you can be online. Can we see your video also, ma'am? Sir, Sudarshan sir, request you to guide the dignitaries towards the dais, please. Now I request Ms. Vijay Lakshmi to invoke the Almighty through an invocation song. I request everyone to stand up.
Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Agaja Anana Padmarkam Gajanana Mahanisham Anekadantam Bhaktana Ekadanta Mupasmahe Ekadanta Mupasmahe.
Thank you, Vijay Lakshmi. I request everyone to be taken seated. Now I request Mr. B.V. Sudarshan, Deputy Managing Director, NTTF, to welcome everyone.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Heartily welcome all of you this function. So before I welcome the guests, I just want to give the brief background of why this initiative is. NTTF is in the skilling ecosystem for 60 years in the technical domain and very well known in India and abroad as well. So it is our endeavor to enter into the healthcare sector. So we were thinking of doing this since last 3-4 years. And during the lockdown, so it came as an initiative together with GE. And we are embarking today onto this healthcare skilling. So we are proud and happy to be part a difference to the society through healthcare skilling. Thank you. Our beloved MD always says 3 C's. That is collaboration, cooperate, and compete. So that is the world today. So that's how we have today collaborated with and we all know that GE Healthcare and with their technology and machines, it's well known, and they want to contribute onto this healthcare skilling, and they have a good initiative of the skilling of GE Healthcare. This program is a 1-year program, 6 months at NTTF. Both theory and practicals happens. You just saw the inauguration of the labs, the beautiful labs you would have seen. And after the 6-month training here, they would be put into leading hospitals in internship. Already good hospitals have come forward to take the internship. One is Manipal Hospital, and also Sir has agreed to offer some internship at Jaydeva as well. Thank you, sir. And our chairman's hospitals. So there are 3 programs: X-ray technician, cardiac care technician, and operation theater technician. So with this background, on behalf of NTTF, I heartily welcome Padma Shri Dr. Manjunath. You all know he's a great leader and well-known figure in Karnataka. And yeah, in spite of his busy schedule, he has, that too Monday morning, he has accepted to come and inaugurate this session. Thank you, sir.
Dr. C.N. Manjunath is a senior cardiologist and director of Sri Jaydeva Institute of Cardiovascular Science and Research, Bengaluru. He has completed MBBS from MMC, MD in General Medicine from BMC, and DM in Cardiology from KMC. He is having 34 years of experience in training and 40 years experience in medical profession, and he is an examiner in DM Cardiology for 12 University. He has received many awards Few to name of them are Padma Shri Award 2007, Millennium Plaque and Honor 2016, Man of the Year by Bangalore Press Club 2016, Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian College of Cardiology 2016, Shri M. Vishweshwaraya Senior Scientist Award, Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore 2019, Dronacharya Award 2018, Sir C.V. Raman Young Scientist Award 2001, Distinguished Service Award September 2006 by World Congress by Clinical and Preventive Cardiology. Received doctorate from Karnataka State Open University, Mysore, Rajiv Gandhi University Health Science, Mangala University, and from Bangalore University. He has received also Best Citizen Award 1994 and also Lifetime Achievement Award 2019 by Times Healthcare Achievers 2019, Bangalore. Dr. C.N. Manjunath has innovated a new technique by performing balloon mitral valvuloplasty in difficult cases. He is being called Manjunath's technique. There are many more achievements to be listed out, for which we are falling short of words. He has brought a revolutionary change in a system and proved that government institution can function like any other corporate hospital. All this remarkable and incapable progress has been taken place in the last 9 to 10 years under the dynamic leadership of Director Dr. C.N. Manjunath, Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Science and Research.
And now it's our pleasure to welcome Mr. Rohit Vishal Gupta, CHRO, Wipro GE Healthcare. I heartily welcome you, sir.
Rohit Vishal Gupta is a CHRO Wipro GE Healthcare in South Asia, Director HR GEB, Head CSR, Head Education Solutions Initiative. Mr. Rohit holds a master degree in Personal Management and Industrial Relations and an alumni of Tata Institute of Social Science 1999, Mumbai. Mr. Rohit has done his post-graduation after completion of his graduation in Industrial Chemistry with the top honors from Delhi University. Mr. Rohit expertise in conceptualization and execution of HR strategy, organizational excellence, talent building and management, employee relations and employee engagement. He is experienced head of human resources with a high performance track record in healthcare, packaging and printing, FMCG and garment industries. He has been involved with the incubation of businesses and specializes in HR delivery in new business environment and setting up greenfield projects. Prior to joining GE, Rohit worked with ITC for 18 years and he has head HR management committee member, printing and packaging business at ITC. Rohit is an avid traveler, adventure sports enthusiast, enjoying reading and an amateur photographer.
Thank you. Next, I want to introduce a very close to NTTF, a personality, Ms. Anita Rajan. She is virtually present today. So, hearty welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
And I also welcome Shivali from GE Healthcare. She has come all the way from Mumbai to attend this program. And also, I welcome all the press and media people present here, and also a lot of people online watching YouTube stream. So a lot of people are hooked onto the online. So I welcome one and all, and wishing this program a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I may request Mr. Rohit Vishal Gupta, Executive HRBB GE Healthcare, South Asia, to speak few words, sir. Is it on?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir, and very warm welcome for this inauguration ceremony. I represent Wipro GE Healthcare here, two iconic organizations, and it's an immense pleasure to be here, not only representing Wipro and GE, but also to be speaking in this tie-up that we have with Tata Strive, another iconic organization, and sitting in a place of NTTF, again another doyen in the space of skilling and technical training. Um, Gives me a great amount of joy and pleasure as we inaugurate this center. And the reason for doing that is basically brings together the entire philosophy of Tata's, of GE, and of Wipro, which is about servicing nation and servicing in increasing the healthcare uh, delivery in the country. I was just talking to doctor a few times some time back, and one of the biggest challenges that people feel when they're setting up new hospitals and new infrastructure in the country is about availability of skilled manpower beyond doctors, and that is where GE Healthcare, through its education solutions initiatives, comes into the play to bridge that gap significantly by providing employment opportunities and healthcare capabilities to students from marginalized parts of the society, and then we impart them technical training on world-class technology using best of the material, curated material on simulators with partners like NTTF, and we've set ourselves a very aggressive target so that we are able to take care of the healthcare needs of the country in a short span of time. We look forward to support of institutions like NTTF to be able to scale up these programs. Uh, Dr. Sir, we look forward to help from you and your hospital as we churn out more students and we give them on-the-job training as we go about it. Anita's been a big supporter. Actually, this is phase 2 of the program that we are launching with Tata's, and the first phase was a success. And now that we've got into the second phase, it gives me great joy that we have a very good line of sight into creating more and more skilled youth into the country who will become the changing force in the healthcare ecosystem of the country. With that, wishing you all the very best, sir, and hope that these students from here create a great name for Wipro GE Healthcare, for Tata Strive, and for NTTF. Thank you. And thank you, Shivali. You're going to be driving this program. So all the very best as you take this forward, and wishing you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Anita Rajan, CEO Tata Strive, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here on this momentous occasion for me. And while I was waiting for the event to start, I had the opportunity to get a tour of the fabulous facilities, top-class facilities created here in this partnership between GE, Wipro, and NTTF. Very impressive physical facilities created. And I also am delighted that 3 very strong partners, Tata's, actually 4, GE, Wipro, and NTTF, have come together and given our respective brands. We all believe in quality, and that is the common thread between us. This program is a program of great vision. We all know that in India, there is almost an 84% shortfall of healthcare professionals, especially allied healthcare, technical professionals. And I think the COVID, experience of the last few months has brought this to a bigger highlight, that we need to develop human resources, we need to develop infrastructure so that the remotest parts of India can get access to good healthcare. On the other hand, I also believe very passionately that healthcare can be one of our largest employment providers. And we have so many young aspiring girls and boys who are just waiting to get an opportunity, bright young people. I truly believe that there is so much capability, intellectual capability within our youth. The only missing area is having access to good training and therefore to jobs. And I believe this initiative is going to fill the gap in a very big way. And therefore, as I stand here before you today, I'd also like to tell you a little bit about Tata Strive. We are an organization that's about 6 years old, started by the Tata Group to work with underprivileged communities and link them to livelihoods. We do a training in many sectors, and we are an NSDC partner, but healthcare in the last 2 years has actually now taken a lead, because we believe that we really need to focus on this, both healthcare and the digital sector. And I think this program brings a combination of both of these. As Rohit mentioned, Tata Strive and GE partnership goes back a number of years. We had an ambitious target to train 10,000 professionals, healthcare professionals, in this partnership. And we have already had phase 1, and this is the launch of phase 2. And I am delighted that partners like NTTF, who are not new to Tata's, our relationship goes back a long, long way. I know that with Tata Steel, with other Tata companies, and I've known Mr. Reguraj for a long time. And recently my interactions with Dr. Sudarshan also have filled us with a lot of excitement that one of the finest and most reputed organizations is joining hands with us at this launch. So I'd like to stop here to say we have very high hopes of this partnership. And I'd also like to thank Dr. Manjunath for offering to provide our trainees an opportunity in the chain of hospitals. Extremely grateful to you, Dr. Manjunath. We do need supporters like you, because we do want our children to get the highest level quality training so that they can become iconic allied healthcare professionals. On top of that, I'd like to wish you all, the team at the center, Shivali, who will be leading it, and my own team, who will be working very closely with GE Wipro and with NTTF to ensure the success. We are there behind you all to provide every support. Good luck, and looking ahead for a very bright future for our young students. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Dr. C.N. Manjunath, Director at Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology, to address the gathering.
Good morning. I'm very thankful to NTTF for this invitation to be amongst you this morning to inaugurate the Healthcare Skill Center at NTTF premises. And also it's an excellent initiative taken by NTTF along with the Healthcare and also Tata Sky. So definitely, because India is going through a lot of threats. Number one is, yes, we have a weather and water crisis is one. And second is because of explosion of technology, we are also into loneliness syndrome. And third one is unemployment or job crisis. And fourth is, yes, lifestyle diseases, and recently added is pandemic. See, if you look at the Indian health scenario, India is sandwiched between both communicable and non-communicable diseases. So 50% of deaths in India are due to non-communicable diseases today, 50% of the deaths in India. So the important players of non-communicable diseases are, one is cardiovascular disease, second is diabetes, third is high blood pressure, fourth is cancer, and fifth is stroke. And now what is called screen addiction also has become a disease. So these are some of the important non-communicable diseases. Unfortunately, in India, what is happening, if you look at the health expenditure, only 1.5% of GDP is spent on health expenditure. Compared to China, it's around 3 to 4%. In United States, 14% of their GDP is spent on health expenditure and infrastructure. So probably this is where we have to really look upon and what is going to be the future of healthcare. And another thing, nearly as per WHO, nearly 4,300 people are dying every day for the want of proper healthcare in India. So we are talking about, see, we are only counting these COVID-19 deaths, but non-COVID deaths are more than the COVID deaths. But what is being projected, what is being shown is the COVID deaths. What is not shown is non-COVID deaths. So in India, yes, we have a great talent. For example, in current state of Karnataka, we have close to 63 medical colleges. Nearly 7,000 doctors are coming out, and also nearly 4,000 postgraduate specialists are coming out. So, but what is lacking has been already alluded to by Dr. Raghuraj. Yes, we have an acute shortage of paramedical staff or paramedical technicians. So in university sector, particularly in medical colleges or super specialty institutions like us, we are running BSc allied health courses. BSc, that is 4 years course after pre-university, that is after standard 12, that is in all areas, whether it is cardiac care, whether it is anesthesia technology, respiratory technology, then we have OT technology, we have lab technology, so various courses. You believe me, this is one area, particularly it's a great job creation opportunity. So NTTF is always has done a tremendous job. My hearty congratulations to NTTF for really providing skill to various aspirants and also making them to earn their livelihood. And it's not just the job they are providing, and also the moment if somebody is employed, that means is ensured that his life is assured. So that's sort of an emotional support. They are not just giving a job itself, and also they are giving a lot of emotional support, and as a result the entire family is lifted up. So that is one area. Then coming back to these today's courses, one is an X-ray technology, then another is a cardiac care, third one is OT. See, always the doctors are said to be the brains of the hospital, but technicians are really the heart of the hospital. So without technician, you can't do anything. So whether it is in, because these are all the basic in any hospital, whether it is small, big, or even an OPD based services needs a technician support. Of course, nurses are always there, but technicians, the skill development is so important. See, skill, one of the important thing of a skill development is observation. We can learn a lot of things from observation. Many people, without touching the patient, merely by observation, they have become excellent surgeons, excellent technicians, excellent skills. And also, for example, we at Jaideva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences, we do India's highest number of cardiac cath lab procedures. Last year, we have done nearly 40,000 cardiac cath lab procedures, which includes angiogram, angioplasty, valvuloplasty, pacemaker, stenting procedures, and all. So without technicians, you just cannot do this job at all. And we have this BSc allied courses, that is 4 years course, but that opportunity is very much limited, because it's only those who have got very high scores. In fact, you don't believe people who have got MBBS seats, they did not join MBBS, they have joined these BSc allied courses for skill development and this thing. So because there is a huge job opportunity for these highly skilled technicians in the area of healthcare industry or healthcare services. And another important thing is, yes, now there is explosion of technology. All these gadgets have been miniaturized. So ECG equipments have been miniaturized thanks to GE Healthcare and various other, because you name a medical equipment, they are manufacturing GE. So I also congratulate Shivani for taking a lead in this and trying to support these skill-based programs and these diploma courses. Only I was wondering is the duration of this course is 1 year. 6 months is a purely non-clinical training program, non-clinical training program that is within the lab. Another 6 months, they are posted to hospitals where they actually undergo hands-on training with these gadgets on the patients. So probably, I don't know whether that could be an adequate period of training. So in my opinion, it could be maybe 9 months or 1 year may be better. Rather than making it 1 year, it could be 6 months here and 1 year in the hospital. That gives more confidence for them to do, because ECG and nowadays it's all computerized, it's all automated. Just connect the leads and press the button, everything comes. But as far as OT is concerned, as far as cardiac care, other aspects, because cardiac care is not just ECG today. They have to do an echocardiogram. They have to also do Holter monitoring and tilt-table test. So various things are there. So probably the course curriculum, now it is programmed for 1 year. Maybe afterwards you can just see how the program goes, what will be their expectation. We need to get a feedback from these students also. That means whether they are confident enough, because the confidence comes only through from their own feedback. So whether they are going to, individually can able to manage these gadgets to a perfection. Because education is not just basically learning. So it is basically training the mind to think and also to, exhibit their skill. The skill is one of the, again emphasize, skill comes from lot of, just through mere observation. So one should have a very good attitude, and one should have a lot of persistence with all this. Definitely and another important thing, it is going to support tier 2 and tier 3 cities where they have mid-sized hospitals, smaller hospitals. They have everything in place, but they lack these technicians. And even if there are non-certified technicians, that becomes a legal issue. So if somebody is trained with an NTTF certificate, even maybe 1 year, then it is legally also valid. They are qualified technicians. Of course, they are called diploma courses and all. Another important thing, technicians can also guide the primary operators. For example, when we are doing an angioplasty and stenting procedure, and when things are not going smooth, technicians suggest, sir, you take a different hardware. Because in fact, they are also guiding the primary procedure. And many a time, a senior technician can be by observation, because they don't handle the gadgets themselves. So, they themselves take a great role in success of this procedure. And as I said, nearly 50% of deaths in India is due to non-communicable diseases. 25% of deaths in India is due to cardiovascular disease alone. 25%. The irony, unfortunate thing in India is those who suffer heart attack, nearly 30% are below 40 years of age. Below 40 years of age. That is the reason lot of these preventive checkups are very much required. Maybe all these, that's the reason we always say, we always celebrate wedding anniversaries and birthdays. So like that, a men in India after the age of 35, women in India after the age of 40 should undergo a medical checkup anniversary. Medical checkup anniversary is very, very important, because the youngest heart attack patient we have seen is 16-year-old, just a laborer, 20-year-old medical student, 22-year-old engineering student. So everything in India is becoming premature. So in India, we have almost 7 crore diabetics. Another 7 crores are actually on the verge of becoming diabetes. Every year about 3 million, that is 30 lakh people suffer from cardiovascular disease. So there is a need to expand our healthcare services to the remote areas. And nowadays we can use this digital technology, or you can use our telemedicine system or tele system, because a technician can take an X-ray and he can put it on the WhatsApp and get an opinion, or even ECG can be sent. So I think we can mix up both this skill development, as well as you can utilize this telemedicine services, and remotely you can advise patients, and we can follow up these patients remotely without, that means virtually you can you can give a door delivery of the services to this. So definitely this is one of the great job creation course, and they have got lot of opportunities. And most important, those people who are deprived of higher education, and those people who are deprived of getting into BSc allied health courses, this is a great another alternative channel for them to get into these courses. And most important, definitely they will get a job. They will get a job, and as a result, that will be a great livelihood program also. So Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences is very happy to extend all the cooperation for this program. Your students in the later part of the course can be posted either to Bangalore Jayadeva Institute, or can be posted to Mysore Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences. And regarding the duration of the course, I will leave it to the organization. I personally feel 1 year is too short. It could be 1.5 years, 1 year clinical training, and 6 months this thing. And they are already, I was told, GE Healthcare has chalked out a curriculum. Apart from exposing them to basic anatomy, they have also have online courses, and there is hands-on courses in the lab. And we at Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences, daily we do around 500 echocardiograms. Daily we do 500 echocardiograms, and we do 100 to 125 angiogram angioplasty, which is highest in this country. And yes, X-rays also almost 300 X-rays and 700 lab facilities. Why I am telling is these students for their clinical training should be posted to those hospitals where there is a high volume of case. Then they get some opportunity, hands-on opportunity to train. So definitely this is a the whole objective of NTTF, I am been observing, is to provide the skill and to provide and create job opportunities for those who are deprived of all these facilities somewhere else. So that's a great humanitarian approach also. My hearty congratulations to Rohit Vishal Gupta ji, the executive HRP, and Mr. Sudarshan, I know very well. So, because again, in India, the WHO's standard says there has to be one doctor for 1,000 population, but we have one doctor for 1,500. As far as doctors is concerned, there is no shortage. Probably by another 5 years, the doctors will be unemployed, in my opinion, because doctors will be unemployed. But definitely, now what is happening, the cost of the equipments also has started coming down. For example, you look at X-ray machines, the cost is coming down. As the volume of users go up, actually the cost will drop. And even cardiac cath lab, because there's a great demand cardiac cath lab, actually cath lab technician or cardiac care technologies. And now under Make in India program, some companies have started manufacturing this cath lab, the ventilators, even the echo equipments and all. So definitely, and most important, this is from the learning perspective, decision making is very, very important. After some time, anyway, the machine does a lot of work, artificial intelligence is incorporated, but the decision making is more important. We popularly say, ultimately, that interpretation is extremely important. See, X-ray, anyway, a moment you put the patient under X-ray machine and put a button, X-ray comes out, but the interpretation is extremely important. Okay, sometimes our intelligence is still superior than artificial intelligence. So that is very, very important. Interpretation is very important, and technicians should also have a third eye. In fact, they should have a third eye. See, I have seen in our hospital a staff nurse taking an ECG. She knows, because she was not able to medically interpret, oh, this is an heart attack ECG. So she knows this is an heart attack ECG. Immediately she rings the doctors in casualty. Sir, here's a case of heart attack. I think we have to treat urgently. In our institution, we have made a policy, whether patient has money, no money, documents, no document, insurance, no insurance, every patient is given a timely treatment irrespective of financial affordability. Because heart attack is such a thing, even 1 minute can make a huge difference between being alive and not alive. So earlier there was a rule that everybody before admission have to pay 2,000 rupees. That also I have removed, because trying to arrange that 2,000 rupees, trying to arrange that 2,000 rupees by 10 minutes waiting, people have succumbed, because that's the, see, in this, this is one great initiative. Why I'm telling is the great, noble gesture also on the part of NTTF and the GE Healthcare to the mankind, because this is the only area where you can give life. And by saving one patient, you're not saving one patient, actually, you're saving the entire family. You're saving the entire family. So even our slogan is also, in fact, we are working and we are practically implemented what is called treatment first, payment next concept in our institution. And treatment first, payment next concept, many a time, see, on the last night, one of our cardiac surgeon called, sir, there is a patient who is acutely breathless, not able to breathe, almost likely to develop a cardiac arrest. Echo, one technician did an echo, and he identified there was a tumor inside the heart. Then he was a junior surgeon, but surgery was very much required. Then I said, I have got full confidence on you, go and operate. He also said, sir, there doesn't have even 1 rupee. No, first let us save this patient. Morning, that patient is fully awake and surgery was successful. So most important, we have to infuse lot of confidence into them, and they should never ever underestimate these students who are joining. Initially, there can be a fear and phobia among them, and there can be they think they are coming to a bigger place. So that sort of we need to really motivate them. We need to inspire them, because that is extremely important. All of a sudden, they get into sort of a depression. Oh, this is a human, how we can treat a human being. We are not doctors, or we are not qualified people. So we have to really motivate them. Look, you are going to assist doctors, you are going to assist specialists, and their role is also extremely important. So I'm very thankful to NTTF for this invitation and for having called me and also made me to inaugurate. I wish this program a great success, because I think this is exactly what happens. I mean, you look at, we lighted the lamp. We always talk about the light, but that cotton thread is also important. That oil is also important. Then only it can blossom into a flame of hope. So this course is a great hope for many of these people who are aspiring to be something as a part of our healthcare system in India. So definitely it opens up a lot of opportunities for them to get themselves employed. Either in many parts of India, there is a great opportunity. And again, I said, we have to really put them onto a proper track, and you have to motivate them, and they should never ever underestimate anybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And now I request Dr. N. Raguraj, Managing Director, NTTF, to speak few words, sir.
So I was wondering, should I start with a good morning or a good afternoon? Just a minute. So I would rather say good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Manjunath, Anita Rajan, Rohit Vishal Gupta, and Shivali. Thank you for associating yourself with this program. And Anita Rajan may not remember that I have been after Tata Strive and NTTF for so many years to work together. And I'm glad GE's initiative has brought Tata Strive closer to NTTF. So thanks, Anita, for supporting this program.
Thank you.
We have been on the phone quite often.
Yes.
And if you go to the government and you talk about a program, the first thing they say is reduce the duration of the program. They say, why do you require 3 years? Bring it to 1 year. Why do you require 6 months? Bring it to 3 months. This is the first time in an appropriate function, a head of a health institute who takes care of so many lives, and treatment first, payment next kind of a slogan, that he says, extend the program to give more confidence to themselves and to the student. I think these are the kind of people we miss in the government. So my thanks to you, sir, for first of all saying 6 months is good, 6 months is good in the hospital, but look at how you can build more confidence to the people who go through and the patients. And it is, I just noticed here that it is not the doctors. It could be a senior technician who can at times save the life. That by his observation say, sir, this is an echo, but there's a problem in the echo. And then it alarms the bell, and then it moves and saves a life. Doctor was talking when I was behind him. He said, golden hour in the case. And I said to my team, doctor, please explain this golden hour, because they will always connect it to the jewelry, especially ladies. And the golden hour is something that this program will certainly highlight. What is this golden hour or golden minute? And one thing, NTTF board has been pushing us for the last more than 3 years. Move into healthcare, move into healthcare, move into healthcare. And we have been breaking our hearts down, brains down, everything stripped, not able to see how, in what way we can intervene into the healthcare sector. And I also believe that for anything to happen, the right time has to come. So whatever you do, the right time brings the right stuff to fruition. So in this way, I am very happy that GE, Tata Strive have come together with the NTTF to take this program through, and it is being blessed. I repeat it, the program is being blessed by a great doctor sitting next to me who says, payment, treatment first and payment later. I think this is a good slogan. Our Prime Minister is used to make a lot of very attractive slogans. I think this one slogan he has missed. So I think that it can go from the government of Karnataka, Mahadeva Pai Institute, that do treatment first and payment later. This is an excellent slogan.
One is treatment first, payment next. And second is life is more important than the file. And third one is humanity is priority. Because in India, always we try to glorify the file. By that time, life is always gone. We can't bring back the life. So that is extremely important. in the last 10 years, we have treated close to 50 lakh cardiac patients. See, I can boldly say, not even one patient has been denied or delayed a treatment for the want of money. And also we have been, it's a government-run autonomous institute, and Honorable Chief Minister, Chairman of the Governing Council. So we are always bound by various regulations, as Mr. Rohit Vishal Gupta ji was telling. So extremely, it's under government sector, we are bound by regulations and all. But as head of the organization, we have to bring some changes. So I think this country needs an amendment ministry, because a lot of rules were framed during British rules, and they have continued even 70 years after independence, because those rules were actually implemented just to suppress the Indians. But now Indians only are suppressing ourselves through this. See, I think we have to bring a change. See, now what is happening, this is coming to the administration actually, a rule book. If there are some wrong things in the rule book, if you follow the wrong things in the rule book, you are correct. But if you try to change that wrong rules and do a correct thing, then you are wrong. So that is where I think we have to bring a lot of changes. Ultimately, because as long as any new rule is helping a common man, helping a community or a society, that is the best rule. That is very, very important. So sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah. This is how you should see. For example, we it's a government institution. We have 100 cardiologists. This is the only institution in the country which has 100 cardiologists, and we have because salary we can't give more. We are bound by government pay scale. But you have to create an excellent working atmosphere. There should not be, in fact, I have never given a memo to any of my employees in last 10 years. Many a time I have typed a memo, but I have not signed. That itself scares them. They keep on coming and asking my secretary, did director sign that notice? No. So then after 3, and most important, you should never ever take an impulsive decision. Very important. Somebody peeps into your ear, that fellow was talking bad about you. From health perspective also, we impulsively react. So they will adversely affect the health actually. So then you give a washout period of 2 days, 3 days, 9 out of 10 complaints are actually false and fake. By that time, if you have taken impulsive decision, it would another important thing, we have to really respect and appreciate a good worker. Somebody might come on time, but if you start doing bad things, what is the fun? So even if an excellent worker is highly committed, dedicated, comes 1 hour late, it's okay, fine. Of course, not every day, but these are some of the important things we have to give overall credence to the performance of an individual, its contribution. Many a time it has happened in many sectors, on one, because 99 good things and 1% unintentionally some bad thing, we give importance to that 1%. No, I always give importance to that 99%. And it is the duty of the head of the organization to protect and promote and inspire the good workers. That's very, very important. Then only institution grow. And also, I think you have to provide opportunity. You have to provide opportunity and space for others to grow. Then without your own knowledge, you will be growing taller. Without your own knowledge, you will be growing taller. That builds up a huge, I'm just giving an example. He's a junior most heart surgeon. I said, no, I have a strong confidence in you. You just go ahead and operate. So morning, fantastic. That patient is talking and is off ventilator. So that's how. So there are some people, if everything goes wrong, they say, I have done it. If everything goes fine, they think they have done it. If something goes wrong, although they have done it, they say, I have not done it. So that is not correct. So thanks.
We invited a head of a hospital, but he gave us a lecture on management. And very apt. And I think to the extreme right as a CHRO. But I normally tell my team that your decisions, whatever you're just saying impulsive, I used to say, put your decisions, all decisions, you have a head and a heart. And if you just take your decisions only by the head, then it is not good. If you take all your decisions only by the heart, again, it may not be good. So you try to bridge the gap between the head and the heart in all your decisions. Then maybe many things that could go wrong get addressed. So this is what I have been telling my team, that create a gap, reduce the gap between the head and the heart. It's for the ladies to say, why only heart or the head? They prefer the heart perhaps more than the head. But still, I think for a management decision, whatever doctor just now said, it is excellent. And I again repeat that whatever we do, we have to, the right time, the right things will happen. And you cannot push it forward. And also time will not allow you to sleep later. It will happen at the right time. And today I'm really happy the right time has come for NTTF to go into healthcare. And we have giants of the industry, GE and Tata Strive, coming forward to support this program is a good sign that this is going to be a big success. And I also thank all my team here who have been pushed very harshly or oddly, both, to make this happen as early as possible. And once again, I thank Doctor for your presence here, and it inspires all of us beyond just being a head of a medical institute. I think you deserve something higher and higher and higher, so that more humans' lives are saved in this country. God bless, sir, and all the very best to every one of you. And still, if Anita is still on the line, and I thank her once again. Anita, when we'll get in touch with over the phone.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All the best. God bless.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. N. Raguraj, Managing Director at NTTF, to present the memento to Dr. C. N. Manjunath, Director, Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology, as a token of love. Now I request Mr. Venugopal, Advisor NTTF, to present a memento to Mr. Rohit Vishal Gupta, Executive HRVP, G Healthcare, South Asia, as a token of love. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Christopher Raj, Director, Radiotech NTTF, to present the memento to Ms. Shivali as a token of love. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We acknowledge and thank Ms. Anita Rajan for her virtual presence. Thank you, ma'am. Virtual presence only we can. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now I call upon Ms. Jasmine to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all. I really honored and privileged to extend a vote of thanks in this auspicious occasion. On behalf of NTTF, I take this opportunity to thank our respected chief guest, Dr. C. N. Manjunath, Director, Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology, Bangalore. Sir, we are really honored and blessed with your presence. Thank you for accepting our invitation in spite of your busy schedule. Your concept, treatment first and payment next, it is really helping thousands of needy patients for getting quality treatment, irrespective of their financial affordability. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful service to the society. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Rohit Vishal Gupta, Executive HRP, GE Healthcare South Asia, for joining with us and for your valuable speech. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to thank Ms. Anida Rajan, CEO, Tata Stry, for joining with us virtually and for your valuable speech. Thank you, Madam. I would like to thank Ms. Shivani, General Manager, GE, for your valuable presence. I take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries present here and joined virtually, and the principals and heads of other NTTF centers and the staff and the program committee for making this function a grand success. Thank you.
Now I request everyone to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे